welcome back to my channel. So it is March, and if you do not know, March is Women's History Month. And I think that is awesome. I think women 1,000,000% deserve a whole history month, a whole history of celebrating us and our awesomeness. And that is what March is. So today I sat down and I filmed this look for you guys right here. It is created by all women-owned or women-created brands. I want to say not all of these are owned by the women who created them. Like some of them are owned by like parent companies and all of that, but they're a woman who created it, thought of the concept, whose name is behind it, whose face is behind it. And I was really excited that I had a lot in my collection. I feel like I had a lot in my collection from women owned and women created brands. And I think that that is really cool. I didn't realize how many I had. And some of these actually surprised me. Some of these brands surprised me that I didn't realize that they were women owned. So I was really happy about that. Before we get started, don't forget I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday for you guys. If you like this video while you're watching it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help me out. And other than that, if you're excited and you want to celebrate Women's History Month with me with a full face of women-owned brands, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're going to start off by moisturizing my lips with my Little Baby Tower 28 Shine On Gloss in Chill. It's just the clear one, and the creator slash founder owner of Tower 28 is named Amy Lou. I really like this lip gloss a lot. It's moisturizing and nice on the lips and really preps it for like whatever lip product that I want to end up using by the end of like all my makeup and all of that. So moving on for eyeshadow, I had a lot of options for eyeshadow. I really did, but I ended up choosing the Juvia's Place Nubian 3 Coral palette because I have talked about this palette a lot of times on my channel. I've talked about how much I love it. I love the shades, I love the colors, I love the formula, all of the above, but I haven't really shown it any love on my channel. So I wanted to use this today. And Juvia's Place's owner or founder is, I'm so sorry, I feel like I'm going to mess up her name, but her name is Chichi Ibaru, I think. But I had a lot of options: Anastasia Beverly Hills, Pat McGrath, Charlotte Tilbury, Natasha Denona. Like I had a lot of options for women-owned brands that I could use for eyeshadow, but again, I wanted to go with this one. So we're going to start off by putting this shade into my crease, like so. So yeah, like I said, it's a Women's History Month. That was started in 1987. I looked up what it was called like before that, and I can't remember, but it was like officially changed to Women's History Month in 1987, which I think is really awesome. Oh, the shade is just beautiful. Oh, I love it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're going to take this deep dark brown right here, and we're going to put it on the outer half and up into the crease a little bit. Nothing too crazy, and it's not going to be like a look you haven't seen me do before. I haven't been setting my paint pot, and I feel like I think I like it, like how my shadows are performing over it and stuff, like not set, because it really just like grips onto it. But I don't know. I feel like sometimes it can make it get a little patchy, so I haven't fully decided if I like that method or not. So I'd hate to only use 2 eyeshadows out of this palette, but I also kind of wanted to incorporate one of these Stila Shimmer and Glow liquid eyeshadows. I don't know, they're pretty old. If you can see, they're kind of getting a little dried up, I think, but I wanted to maybe incorporate one of these because Stila is also a woman-owned brand. The owner of Stila is named Janine Lobel. So I don't know if I want to use one of these though. That would be pretty. This is in the shade Jezebel, or I have Starlight. That would be really pretty too. Okay, I think I am going to take this Jezebel shade. I hope I don't regret doing it, but we're going to just wipe off the doe foot. I don't want too much on. I'm just going to swipe it on my eye. I'm going to try to tap it out. I'm going to let it dry for a sec. It is really pretty though. Wow, okay. That's really pretty. Okay, we're gonna do the other eye. Yeah, that looks really pretty. Okay, good decision. But I think to kind of try to tie in that dark brown and then this shimmery shade, because there is kind of a harsh line even with me trying to tap it out with my finger, I'm gonna take this like dark brown shimmer shade and try to like just mesh them together. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. Alrighty, that's it for the eyes. I'm gonna end up using 2 primers today, but starting it off, I want to start with the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. I have used this in the past and I really do like it. And the creators or founders of Wander Beauty are Dirya Gunghani and Lindsay Ellingson. I think I might try to type up the names on the screen because I know I'm butchering some of them and I am so sorry. But we're gonna start off with some of this. I have a really mattifying foundation, so I really needed something to give me a little luminosity and glow before I go in with that. And then the second primer I wanted to use is the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas. I just have this little baby size that I got with Sephora points, and I'm going to put this into my T-zone just to kind of smooth everything out. And the owner and founder of Tatcha is Vicky Sai, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. I wanted to look up the owners and tell you their names because it's one thing to be like, yeah, it's a woman-owned brand or woman-found brand or whatever, but it's another thing to like give that woman recognition and tell you her name. Obviously I'm butchering some of them and I'm very sorry for that, but I think that that is important to not only say this is a woman-owned brand, but this specific woman is the one who created it. I think that's very powerful and awesome. So I wanted to go ahead and do that for you guys. Moving on to foundation, we're going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I have the shade 2 Neutral. This is very drying and very full coverage, but I have used it a couple times recently and enjoyed how my makeup turned out. So we're going to use it again today. The color is a little off, I'm not going to lie. For it being a neutral undertone, it's very yellow on me, but by the time I get it all blended in and everything else on, it's not too bad of a color match. I just don't understand why it's so yellow for being so a neutral undertone, if that makes sense. And then obviously the owner or founder of Charlotte Tilbury is Charlotte Tilbury herself. Sure, you could have guessed that. I'm hoping the Wander Beauty Glow Oil gave me enough like moisture for this because this is a very mattifying foundation. The couple of times I've used it recently, what primer did I use under it? I think I used the Smashbox Primerizer under it. Okay, I got this foundation all blended out. It is looking a tiny bit dry on me, but I think it'll be fine once I'm done with everything. But like, it is full coverage. Like, I feel kind of like I'm wearing a mask a little bit, but not in like a terrible way. I still like this foundation. It's definitely not my favorite one ever, but I do enjoy it. I was realizing as I was blending in my foundation that I'm gonna have to use this palette again on my channel in another video because I really only use those 2 mattes. Oh, I guess I did use this shimmer too. But yeah, I'm gonna have to use this again and really show you its versatility and why I love it so much because I only used a couple shades and I really do love this palette a lot. So I'll use it again in a upcoming video as well. And then for concealer, we're just going full coverage today because I'm going to use my Huda Beauty The Overachiever concealer. I have the shade Marshmallow, and the owner and founder of Huda Beauty is Huda Kattan, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. So I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand and take it from there. This is a very full coverage. I'm going to go ahead and do this as well. I know I haven't really been doing this as much, but this like I said, this foundation is very yellow tone, so I want to try to neutralize it a little bit. Not that I need more coverage down there at all, but I want to try to even out the yellowness of it. And put some under my eyes, conceal these bags. I have a lot of makeup on my face right now. I feel like I haven't done like this full glam of a look in a long time. And not necessarily like the eyes are like super full glam, but like my face. I just haven't done like this intense of a base and this intense of a coverage, I feel like, in a while. I don't know. It used to be like my jam to use this much makeup and wear this, you know, full coverage of a base. But I don't know how I feel about it nowadays. I mean, I still love my full coverage, but this is thick. Both this foundation and concealer are thick, but that's okay. We're going to keep rolling with it. For setting powder, I went ahead and chose my Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Setting Powder in Vanilla. The owner / creator of Anastasia Beverly Hills is Anastasia Soar, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. I started writing Anastasia Beverly. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, Beverly's not her. It's just Beverly Hills. I can't be the only one who thought that, right? Hopefully not. Again, I had quite a few options for powders as well. I have a Charlotte Tilbury one, I have my Huda one, but I went with this one instead. I was trying to use as many different brands as I could. Moving on to bronzer, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Into Sun bronzer, the powder bronzer. Obviously, the owner of Fenty Beauty is Rihanna Fenty. I don't know why I like looked at my page as if I didn't know that. I really love this bronzer as well. I'm not going to lie, I was pleasantly surprised at how many women-owned, women-created makeup brands and products that I had in my collection. And a couple of the brands that I looked up and realized that they were like women-owned or created. I was a little surprised. I didn't know that, but it was a really awesome thing to see. I know some of these are not women-owned, like Fenty is not owned by Rihanna, but she obviously is the one who created it. So I kind of had to like go with like that, like what am I trying to say? I kind of had to go with brands that were like women created and women owned, if that makes sense. I have quite a big pan in this and I'm really excited about it. I do really love this bronzer. I'll be sad when it's gone, but I have a while. It's not gonna be gone for a while. All right, I'm gonna do highlighter next before blush, and say what you want about Jaclyn Hill, but she is still a woman-owned brand. She took her YouTube success and started her own brand. Has that brand made a lot of mistakes? Yes. Has she owned up to a lot of those mistakes? No. But she's still a woman who started her own brand. This is the Flash palette. I'm gonna go pretty light-handed with this, or try to, because these are very intense, because I actually have a glowy blush that I'm trying out for the first time today, and I don't know what it's gonna look like on my cheeks. I probably should do the blush first, but I'm gonna do a little bit of highlight and then we'll move on to blush, and hopefully it all melts together and it's not too much on my cheeks. But I am gonna go ahead and just probably mix together all three of these. So this is Gleamed, Iced, and Spark. And I'm just gonna mix all three of those together. I don't think I had to say that the Jaclyn Cosmetics was owned by Jaclyn Hill, but in case you didn't know, that is who the owner of Jaclyn Cosmetics is. And then for blush, I am so excited to be trying this blush. It is the M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow blush in the shade Faded Clementine. Okay, I have been wanting to try M Cosmetics forever, like for a very, very, very long time. And they were having a 15% off sale on their website like last week or so. So I picked up this blush, and then I picked up the Divine Skies eyeshadow palette. I used it yesterday for the first time and I absolutely loved it. And then I also picked up their like Morning Dew gloss. So I haven't tried that out yet though, but I am so excited to try this blush. These have been on my radar for a very, very long time. And the owner and creator of M Cosmetics is Michelle Phan. So I am excited to use this. Let's see how it goes. I've heard really, really good things about M Cosmetics blushes. Oh my gosh. This is stunning. This is stunning. Oh, wow. Okay, all right, I'm going a little overboard. This is definitely a glowy blush, so I have to be careful to not go overboard. And it is emphasizing my pores a little bit here, which is one of the reasons I don't love glowy blushes. But this is giving me like e.l.f. Cosmetics Always Hazy blush that I'm obsessed with vibes, and I love it. It's just a little bit more of a orangey undertone, which makes sense because it's Faded Clementine is the shade, and if you can tell in the pan, it definitely is a more orangey blush, which I don't mind. I love all blush shades. But yeah, this is gorgeous. I am really loving this, and it's not getting like patchy or anything. It's going on very smoothly. I am so excited I finally tried this. Oh, this is so pretty. To finish up the lower lash line, I'm going to take this brown shade and then that pink shade that we used earlier. I'm going to take the brown on a flat definer brush and just put a little definition on the outer corners. And then take that pink shade and smudge it out. Okay, we totally smudged away that brown, so I'm going to add it back. I don't know what happened there. And then we're going to use probably Gleam, the lightest one, as my inner corner highlight. And brow bone highlight, even though I haven't done my brows yet. So we're gonna go ahead and do my brows now. I'm gonna start off with the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. The owner and creator of this is Tanya Crooks. I'm just going to mix all 3 of them. I'm just gonna do a little light fill with the powder because we are gonna go in with brow gel. And for that, we're gonna use the Ilia Essential Brow Gel. I love this brow gel. I don't know how it's still going strong. I've had it for a really long time, but it still works. And the owner creator of Ilia Beauty is Sasha Plarsic. You know, I'm not gonna lie. It could be Plarsic or it could be Plavsic. My R's and my V's look very similar. And I can't tell if that's an R or a V, I'm not gonna lie. My handwriting's not very good. So I think it's an R, Plarsic. Yeah. Next up for mascara, we're gonna use my Oma Beauty Drama Bomb Mascara. The owner and creator of Oma Beauty is Sharon Tudor. Sorry, guys. And then for lips, we're gonna use my Pixie Beauty and Miriam Makwaledge collab liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Posh Nude. And the owner and creator of Pixie Beauty is Petra Strand, I think is how you pronounce her last name. I figured I would go with more of a nudie liquid lipstick considering, I don't know, I got a lot of like oranges going on. Lastly, for a setting spray, I was going to use my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist, but last minute I'm going to change it up and change my mind. But the owners and creators of Glow Recipe are 2 women named Sarah Lee and Christine Chang. But instead, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I just feel like this thick of a base and this full coverage of a foundation and concealer and all of that just needs, I don't know, something a little bit more intense to hold it all in through the whole day. So that's what we're gonna use instead. And that was it, you guys. That was my full face of women-owned, women-started, women-created brands in homage of Women's History Month for the month of March. I really, really love how this makeup look turned out. Really quickly though, before we end, I wanted to give you some like honorable mentions of brands that I own by women that I just didn't get a chance to use in this Get Ready With Me. The first one is Cloven Hollow, and the owner and creator of that is a woman named Sarah Biggers Stewart. Rare Beauty, the creator of that is obviously Selena Gomez. Kosas, the creator of that is Sheena Yatians. Sorry. Bare Minerals, the creator of that is a woman named Diane Richardson. Also, we have True Luscious. The creator of True Luscious is Mir Bano Sethi. Oh, so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm butchering these. I honestly feel so bad. I had a really long Polish last name before I got married and it got butchered all the time. So I understand how, I mean, I see it both ways. I understand how annoying it can be when people butcher your name, but then I can also understand when it's a, you know, a little bit harder of a name to pronounce that it just kind of comes with the territory. So I see both sides of it. We also have Alamar Cosmetics, and that was created by a woman named Gabriella Trujillo, I think. And then KNC Beauty was created by a woman named Kristen Noel Crawley. So I wanted to give some shout outs to those women-owned and women-created brands as well, because I have makeup from them that I could have used, but I couldn't, I already have a ton of makeup on. I couldn't add any more to my face during this Get Ready With Me, but I wanted to give them a shout out as well. But here is the final look for my women-owned makeup brand Get Ready With Me. I actually really genuinely love how this look turned out. I mean, I picked items that I thought would go together and tones that I thought would go together, so I'm not surprised that it all was cohesive, but I still really enjoy how this look turned out. And I wanted to celebrate Women's History Month. We are all strong, independent, awesome women who deserve to be recognized for our awesomeness. So if you want to leave a comment down below, what's an amazing woman who you just absolutely love? It could be someone who's famous, it could be a YouTuber, a celebrity, a sports person, just a woman who you just admire and think is really, really awesome, who needs a shout out in the comments. And maybe it's someone we don't know that we can look up. Like, I didn't know a lot of these women. Obviously I know the brands, but I didn't know the names and the faces behind them until I looked it up, and now I do. And now you guys sort of do. I mean, minus me butchering the names. You guys kind of know the women behind them as well, which I just think is really, really awesome. And I am happy that March is Women's History Month. But that is going to do it for me. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.